Hi, my name is Savannah Hovsepian, and I will be talking about my research project. My intended audience would be the broad general population because I believe that opening up this research experiment to others would allow individuals to openly express and relate to each other's struggles, since they will be able to discover others who are in the same position and facing similar language barriers. Also, by doing this research experiment, it will help individuals get a more personal understanding of African American English rather than a broad generalization defined by social norms. You might ask what my research project is and what drove me to do research on this topic. Well, by taking this linguistics class and learning about the many aspects of language, including slang, lexicon, sound, sentence structure, and interpretation, and noticing a great amount of behavioral changes, has enabled me to do my research experiment on why individuals have subconscious changes in speech when they are in different environments surrounded by different crowds. I would like to know if African American English speakers have ever been in a certain position where they felt obligated to change the way they speak, or if they have ever been in a situation where they noticed another individual change the way they speak while talking to them. One research book that has helped me with my research project would be a book called Code Switching in African American College Students by R. Matthews. It describes the attitudes and perceptions of African American college students regarding African American English and code switching between African American English and Standard American English. He has good ideas on language ideologies and prescriptive grammar, and includes well-defined definitions of code switching and code meshing. Therefore, Matthew includes that factors of code switching involves participants, lexical borrowing, solidarity, metaphorical switching, status, switching for effective functions, and topic. He further explains how it is unfair for people to consider standardized English as the only educated way to speak, and goes against it being used by the majority of individuals. African American English should not be stigmatized as slang, lazy, or deficient. Lastly, this piece of literature can really help my research project because reading all about these code switching aspects has encouraged me to want to go more in depth and further understand the way African American English speakers define standardized English and how they know when to shift their tone of voice and speech. For the data part of my research experiment, I'm going to have to find a couple of people who define themselves as African American English speakers, and I will be holding some sort of recorded interview of them as I ask them certain questions and obtain notes from the observations I notice. I would ask my participants questions such as if they change the way they speak around certain situations, what makes them feel uncomfortable, how they define standardized English, and what struggles they face due to the way they personally speak. To hopefully further my research project, I would like to also interview other non-African American English speakers and ask them the same questions. This would allow me to obtain multiple perspectives of language barriers. Overall, we should all strive for acceptance by enabling individuals to understand that there is no need to change who we are and how we speak in order to fit in within a certain social standard. Therefore, I hope to accomplish a lot and gain knowledgeable information from this research experiment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video.